let's jump into it. Voila, this is my new scene. It's supposed to be showing you guys some very cool concept art from Ashes. Yet, I don't know if it's alive enough, so I might consider grabbing some of... They have some 3D renders I could maybe use from the wiki. But I still think these are pretty cool. Like, the detail in these concept art pieces are, like, insane. But yes, this is welcome to my first of hopefully many of these Ashes development talks. If you're coming from Ashes of Creation, my name is Arky. I normally stream Guild Wars 2. However, since learning about the existence of Ashes, I have pretty early said that if this game, how to say this properly, if this game doesn't disappoint me, that didn't come up properly. If this game does what it says, and if the combat in it is as great as it looks like it's going to be, I will probably swap Guild Wars 2 out and play Ashes permanently. Thus, I have signed up for the betas. I will hopefully be able to first of all get a taste of what this game's about in 2 rounds, because I've signed up for both beta 1 and 2. And I will also show you guys what it's all about, because I have a feeling that a lot of the people that that are in the communities I am in and in my own communities are a little bit, they don't really know what the hell Ashes is, other than it's a game that isn't released yet, so who the hell wanna know, right? Who the hell cares about a game that probably won't be released because all the others didn't get released, right? So but Ashes has this like fairly unique position that they don't have investors that are breathing down the neck. They don't have a publisher that says, hey, we need to get this game out. They have more or less the time in the world they need. So it's up to us gamers to have a little bit of patience, I guess. I mean, it's probably not going to be what you call it, like a 6-year. You're a Lost Ark player, right? How long did it take for Lost Ark to get out in Asia and then in EU? That's like 6 years or something, right? Like there's no like 6-year period of waiting for Ashes, but there's probably going to be at least 2, maybe 3 years from now until we're launching, and that is maybe a bit of a, how to say, that may be a little bit optimistic, I guess, but it depends on how long they are with Alpha 2 at the moment. And from what I'm seeing at the developer updates, pretty far, and the game is already, like, at launch, the game is going to be massively advanced, right? The game is going to be one of those where it's going to take a lot of time to take in, and luckily we already have an extensive wiki. It's not on the level we're used to in Guild Wars 2, right? But we're at a level where we have already added lore to a game that is only in alpha, right? So I mean, this is pretty awesome already. I mean, the developer updates are talking about mounts. They're talking about something we will talk about later, animal husbandry. You will be able to... Animal husbandry is also a weird word to say, but it's how they're phrasing it. And hey, Annie, welcome to the stream, friend. They are phrasing it as animal husbandry is going to be where you can tame animals and you can breed them as well. And you will be able to crossbreed them. So okay, I'll talk about this later, but it's going to be exciting, very exciting. But what I'm going to show you today is something I am very, very, very excited about. Because when I was watching this development update, I was like, I was telling Tio about all these weird things that are happening on stream, and she was like having this other gamer, I don't know, but and I was very committed to all the things I said because this is great, this is amazing, this is unique, this is awesome. She was listening, yeah, cool. Sorry, don't be sorry, please don't be sorry. It's amazing. Nice to have different interests. I have the same look when you talk about your diamond. But yeah, still behind me, all the this way, right? Concept art. This is amazing concept art. Right now, I only have, how many do I have? I downloaded the ones that were in high resolution, so we're talking about 30 images at the moment. This is pretty early for a game in alpha, right? We have like very high quality concept art of how they want the landscape to look at, like not even like characters, but like big areas. One of my favorites is how far are we in the... We are... Okay, we're at the start, so in 40 seconds we know... Is this set to random? This is set to random. What the hell? Ashes art. Properties. Not set to random. But are we... Will it only... No, that was both JPEG and PNG. Okay, never mind. Easy, Arky, easy. So the next one is going to be a... This is a Durnia city. This is the dwarf city. Like, look at the detail. But anyways, what I am going to fill your guys' heads with tonight is the character creator that is going to be launched for Alpha 2. That means Alpha 2 is just around the corner, I guess. Alpha 2 is the next test in Ashes. We already had an Alpha 1 last year, which was very, very well received. What's his face? Asmongold was very, very happy, and I think there's also a very, very good video about him looking at the... has a boba slider. It actually doesn't have only a boba slider. I'll get to that when we are watching this. Sheep. I'm talking about Ashes tonight. I even wrote that in the raid sheet. So I will play PvP later though. But right now we are talking Ashes of Creation. It's going to be much better than a slider ice. This has a buttock slider too. There's also a little bit... I don't want to spoil it. What I want to show you guys is... let me put this up in full screen. And then we can talk over it. Because That is the cool thing. We can do that. And I'm gonna mute this because I don't wanna. Gonna do like this. Perfect. So this is the video that Ashes released for the character creator. First look at Alpha 2 character creator, and there it's going to be a lot of bips and bobs here and there. Look at the detail. Look at the detail, man. What I'm still amazed about, right, is that this game, this character creator, this is still Unreal 5, right? I can't emphasize this enough. This is Unreal Engine 5. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. This is Unreal 5. Holy shit. What we're seeing now is the VEC race. You can... yeah, they're probably very much alike with orcs. Ashes of Creation is going to be a lot... they're going to be faithful towards anything that... well, not anything, but it's going to be faithful towards... Dungeons and Dragons, so there's going to be a lot of familiar elements from Dungeons and Dragons, especially when you create your what we in Guild Wars see as an elite specialization. We you will have a sub race or a what's it called? A sub. Oh my god, you have a profession, right? And then you would have a sub-profession, which is like, you can be a necromancer, that's your main profession, but you can, or class, that's the word. Your subclass will then be something like, you can be a summoner, which is what we know as a minion master, or you can be something else, right? A warrior will have something, a sub-class called a tank, for example. Why Steven in the background here is just moving it around and zooming a little bit so you guys can see the details. They're talking about stuff in the background. Speaking of Steven, he says that he has rarely experienced a content creator tool that is this versatile and capable. I agree. After watching this, I haven't seen anything like this. That bomb though? Oh, there will be you will see something in when we get to the sculpt part up here. Oh, I can't see my cursor. Damn it! I took that out. Okay. Comparing from Alpha 1, where we had very limited set of presets that we could use, like this is a massive feature set to be added to the game this early. Like very, very big feature to be added. And one can only be optimistic as this is an Alpha 2 feature, right? What's not to come for Beta 1 and Beta 2 launch. Right now you can only see the VEC race and the human race, and they only had male characters added to the creator that was displayed on the stream. So that means they're actively adding things already, which is amazing. And as Steven says, this race art, as you see here, like this is the VEC, right? There's both female and male for both VEC and humans. There's also for the Pyre. All the other races are more or less launch ready, as he says, which is very, very encouraging. So that's pretty cool. The content creator tool is, as Steven says, it's unique because we get We will be able to get access to the game before, sorry, the content creator tool before the game launches. And the problem is, for me, I will probably be able to spend at least an hour in this content creator tool. Character creator tool. I will, with what we will be able to do with characters in this tool, of customization, back and forth, going to be insane. And we will be able to get access to this this tool before launch, so we can actually create a character without having a rush. 5 minutes and I name my character. Well, there is a random button, right? There's a, what you can't see below my camera is there's actually a randomized button, so you can just press random and you can get like a randomized from whatever. Just 1 hour, it's probably more, actually. But Ashes are they are aware of this, so they're gonna let us in, like before the game launches, so we don't have to rush through creating a character on launch day, and so we can reserve our names, not have like stupid created characters like Anti, for example. What will also be oh, I was going to say something. Apparently I forgot. You need to go beard longer than you look like him. This is something that, and they're going to display this in a moment. Why is Steven so slow? Let me go a little bit ahead. So what you will be able to do, and you see this when you zoom in on this man's face here, right? You will be able to, like in Guild Wars 2, you'll be able to have sliders for height and weight. As you see here, sheep, there's also one for bottom. There's also one for crotch. There's one for chest. So there's a booba slider. What I find, and this is because the community have asked for certain sliders, which have been presented as chest and crotch, right? The naming is still being discussed. But booby slider. Exactly. But you will see how amazing this translates into the sculpts tab we will see later. The cool thing about all these sliders here, right, is that you will be able to control with wrinkles. Finally, we have something where we can, to a certain degree, control our character's age. This is freaking unique to me. I've never seen this before, where we can, to this degree of customization, actually like put on how old we want our characters to look. In Guild Wars 2, we have like certain sliders for the face, to make longer nose and such, but they still look like small girls, right? They don't look like, if you want an ancient old hag, right? You can't make that. I'm sorry for using that name, by the way. So certain types of customizations and values are limited to races, right? So we, for example, in Guild Wars 2, and I'm going to reference a lot of Guild Wars 2, because this is the one character creator have freshness in mind. There's going to be things that are limited to races. So for example, the Vec, as you saw before, is actually a lot more, how do you say this, curled into itself. So it's not like crouching. You won't be able to make like a very, very tall Vec or a very, very small Vec. You won't be able to make, as in Guild Wars 2, you can't create like a huge Asura, but you were limited into a certain preset of height, right? The detail system also, I mean, presets can be manipulated, so we really don't see that like super often. For example, here you can decide how long your beard is, right? That is insane. We've never been able to do this. We will usually have like one beard length. Now we can decide how long this beard should be. We have for colors, you saw before, we have like accent colors and stuff. These are also going to be to a certain degree also limited to races. And that is sadly something that Steven mentioned is a something they want to, and I think this is controversial actually, because like something like hair color or like beard gradient or stuff like that, right, it's going to be culture dependent. And he says, and I'm gonna quote, "We have a certain style guide we want to hit from an art perspective. So those options will be available if they match with the style we want within the game." That means we probably won't see a lot of purple-haired or blue-haired or green-skinned humans, right? So they want to hit a certain art style for the game. I have a respect for that. As you also see now, you can paint nails. But the how do I say this? The role players who really like to be super unique for you won't have pink colored people. The top will probably be maybe eyes if you're lucky, or ish. Danny, so much. Thank you so much for the 22 months. It's freaking amazing, man. Danny, you're awesome. But as you see here, you will be able to do different color of your eyes. You will actually also be able to, and they're discussing this as well, if you can do something like what's it called, heterochroma. So you have like two different eye colors. In the first place, that was discussed as if like something where you could maybe have a scar across one eye and that eye would be like milky, and then you had like a blue eye or a green eye or something like that, right? But something like heterochroma would probably be pretty cool to be able to add. And Margaret also suggests that they could even add something like where your character would have the need of haircuts and shavings, whereas like the more you play a character, the older it gets, right? And thus it would need to have a haircut, and the hair gets longer automatically. So this is where we are inside the sculpt tab here, right? This is where we will be able to nitty-gritty fine-tune how our character looks like. Not with a slider, but with tapping things, pulling in them. You get certain sliders for things. This gets more, how do you say this, like immersive, tactile. It gets very, you get a touch of how this character feels like all of a sudden. So you can make like, take the ears and make them longer just by pulling in them instead of having a slider that you pull back and forth. You can even, while you're making the ears longer, you can also make them wider. So you like stretch them. This is like amazing, right? And you will be able to like take body parts and just pull, resize. And again, chat, this is Unreal 4. This is Unreal 5. This is Unreal 5 engine. Can't emphasize this enough. Something they also talked about, and it's something I have noticed after they spoke about it, is blinking. Will our characters be able to blink? Not in a mesmer sense, but with your eyes. I understand Steven perfectly when he says that it's probably not going to be added to the character creator tool. Because you want to be able to see what your character looks like with certain eye colors, right? But the immersion would be insane if we add like blinking. Not as an idle animation, because I know in Guild Wars 2 we have like where, oh, then I do something with my hair, right? And then they look like, and then they do something like in an idle animation. But just like adding blinking to a character as a normal animation, that would be insane. Also, Tolfo, thanks so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. We're currently watching the sculpt part of the character creator tool that was aired on Thursday last week. Normally they air their development updates on Fridays. And again, fingernails, as you saw, can be dyed. Sadly, you can only dye fingernails one color. It would be cool if you could add like what they call like patterns, so sort of like tattoos to your what they call to your nails, right? Then you could have like signs added, but that is a little bit lower down the list, I think. But as you see here, for example, tattoos, and I think they also spoke about you would be able to add your own designs if they are within a certain guideline. You will be able to move around the decals, the tattoos, and resize them. Amazing. And you would be able to add or remove tattoos at will. That's pretty awesome. I know this is just a flip-flop, right? But you can make a flip-flop look pretty cool if you just make it like 400% size. The same thing will also be available for scars, for example. So you'll be able to add scars and then move them around, resize them, make them larger, smaller, maybe even make them look scarier, right? That's a chancla. Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool, Annie. I agree. Steven's now gonna show like something, and I think this sounded like a very cool 70s band. He's going to be showing the What was he was calling it? The crying scorpion, I think. So he adds like a scorpion to the face of the guy. That's like, well, he needs to go through a small process. Gets like this scorpion tear. What was it? The scorpion tear. It's going to end up in the face in a second. But right here already, right? This, and then resizing it, it doesn't look like a scorpion anymore. It looks like a war paint or something, right? It looks amazing. You can rotate and make the smaller and big. I mean, this is the best character creator I've seen for a game in a long while, and still remember that this is in alpha stage, right? You don't see that very often with a game only in alpha stage as this amazing content. Sorry, I keep saying content creator. Character creator tool. Something that Interpret also mentions is that they're going to use the same tool for making NPCs in game. For example, the NPCs you will be able to hire, or actually the NPCs you will be able to have within your hold. You will actually be able to add your own family, for example, if you have a family. And if you manage to get children within that family, you will be able to also use this creator to make appearances. So you'll be able to use this for example, to make your own family, essentially. And again, all the NPCs in the game, those you will be able to hire, buy stuff from, the ones that are just ambience, Interpret will be using this tool to create them. It's not just something that is like, they don't just press randomize and then out the window. Also, I mean the loincloth, right? The loincloth. And finally, also Interpret are they are planning on having contests around the launch for like prettiest character, best character, appearance, craziest. I don't know what the categories are, but they're going to have contests, at least. What kind of contests are there? I don't know, but they mentioned this in their update, which is pretty amazing, also, right? But look at this, where like Steven now plays a little bit with the age of this guy, right? So let me see here. You'll be able to add something. Oh no, like stripes, right? So you'll be able to make your character look kind of old. I know the haircut probably doesn't fit, right? But you'll be able to do something that looks quite cool, and the how do you say this? You'll be able to adjust the variable of how old or how young they will be able to look, and that is pretty unique for something. I have never seen this before, and I have played a lot of different games. The most the character creator that comes closest to one that we have most choices for me might have been Final Fantasy, but I still thought that those characters were how do I say this without pissing anyone off? I still thought they looked like something in a Japanese cartoon, and I didn't like that. That wasn't why I wanted to play the game. I wanted to check it out for anyone who had ever said something positive about it, but I wasn't prepared to be part of an anime. That was pretty annoying. So, but you still had a lot of different variables you could drag and drop in. So, but I've never seen anything this pretty at this early stage, right? So, what Steven also will be showing is something like the blend, and which is the one that I talked about. Will be able to. Have you seen this guy before, right? By the way, if I say Asmongold, then this is pretty scary. If you, he will show it afterwards. But when you go with the blend, right now he's playing a lot with the sculpt tool again. So as you see, this was just with the Asmongold preset we had before. And you would then be able to reset things, and voila, you're back to preset you were. And here we're seeing what I mentioned before. You have like milky white eyes, and then a scar throughout the face. It looks pretty awesome, right? So he actually looks pretty scary, to be honest. But you will be able to blend different, and this is something I think is super unique. Is, let me find it. Do they not show it in this video? They don't. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Because they're showing in the update. So let me actually find that. Maybe I even leaped through it. This is just with the Asmongold thing. But you would be able to blend different presets in here and take some of the best from the others, right? So why can't I find it? This is pretty annoying, actually. I will find this later and post it in my Discord. I'm pretty sure there's a clip for this somewhere. But still, these presets are pretty cool, right? I mean, you can be able to make someone look this old, or like this. I can see this being a necromancer or something, right? Let's see my notes. Where am I? Again, with the with what I talked about earlier in the stream was that they actually and I want to skip to this. This is, by the way, this is I think this is the Pyro race. Ant horns. I don't know what you call these. Antlers, horns. Oh, so here, and Annie, you're probably going to be most excited about this. This is the future raid boss. And sadly, they didn't have something to scale with, because this guy is going to be massive. You're going to be needing ships for this guy. That's how big he is. This guy is... Let me actually start the video, and then we'll just see something, some more, there we go. This is a future raid boss, underwater combat raids. Guys. Underwater raids. From Alpha 2. We're right out playing Guild Wars 2, guys. We will have turtle mounts on launch. I mean, come on, we don't have to wait 10 years for that. So yeah, this is going to be a raid boss. Also, this is going to be a mount. I know it looks weird. This is something Margaret, the girl right on top of me here, have designed. It's a mixture of something very, very odd. 3 animals inside of one, I think. Very Sphinx-ish. Again, what I wanted to talk about is that Steven says they want to deliver, and they also want to take their time. Again, there are no investors or publishers bringing down the neck saying, hey, we need this game out next year, so hey, buckle up. Because that also means they also call out for, they want to deliver a quality product, quote unquote. And that means us players will have to be... The patience of ours is going to be a little bit important. This is where the monthly development updates really helps. Seeing that they are actually making progress is huge. You get a feeling that they're actually doing something, and they're presenting something every month where they're saying, hey, we have made this cool thing, we would like to display this. There's an update on the combat. There's this cool new mount we want to show. I mean, etc., etc. There's something we have fixed in the game, or there's like this big thing from last month with the animal husbandry that I'm going to talk about in a little bit sec. In a little bit, in one word. So this is very, very important. At least something I think is important is that, hey, we can actually we get a feeling that there's progress. We can actually see the progress, and that's huge. So yeah, let me skip to what they had in store in the... Let me see here. What they had in store in the February update, which was about the animal husbandry. And I know this is a weird word for many. It also sounds weird for me when they talk about it. Wait. Aren't they going to have like... There you go. Okay, so now we have like animals in the screen. There you go. What animal husbandry means that you'll be able to locate, you'll be able to capture, and you'll be able to tame creatures throughout the world. Of course, not all animals will be able to be captured and tamed, right? But a lot of them will. And this is, by the way, turtle mounts. This is the cool turtle mount. The color on top, and it will also have like flowers coming out of it depending on season. Taming plus killing equals food. Probably also you'll be able to have like your own farm, basically. If you choose your mastery to be probably not butchering, but something like that, you'll probably be able to breed quality meat, right? So that will probably be a profession. I'm pretty sure. But tamed creatures can then be trained and bred through the animal husbandry profession. And creatures will then have different ways of of being trained and bred depending on their genetics, of course. Not gonna lie, the turtle looks swag. It looks hella cool. There's a small animation video. I'll link that. Actually, I'll link that right away. Going to add a new window that you guys can see. Smart. Ashes. There we go. The Timeless Terrapin. I always forget the last name. There's a video on this wiki page with a 3D animation of it. But yeah, again, creatures will be able to have different ways of being trained and bred depending on the genetics. That means if it's a weak animal, you'll have lesser success with it, right? And to bring the best out of a creature, you'll need to blend it through different generations. Meaning to get speed, for example, if you want the fastest raptor, you will need to go to and get creatures that are famous for the speed and get them, like, get the best out of them. And then breed it through generations and so on for combat, etc. Right? So it's not like something where you just throw 4 animals into the Mystic Forest and then boom, you have like a new animal. This is going to take time. It's going to be worth your investment. And if a mount dies, it's over? No, you will still have like the how to say, the recipe for this. No, mounts will still be like respawnable like in Guild Wars. Don't worry. And you'll be able to make pets or mounts. So you'll actually there will be a whole, like, imagine you're this how to say this, you're this your profession is to make the best, the fastest, the leanest kind of mounts, the leanest black horses. That is your best profession. You make a lot of money off that from having a small shop outside. They call them nodes. There's like small towns or cities, right? You have like a small shop out there where you have like a farm behind it where you breed the best horses. If that is what you desire. And that is pretty cool. You'll be able to unlock broader crossbreeding through the mastery to create even more fantastic creatures. That means you'll be able to make pretty unique kind of creatures. For example, if you want a unicorn, you will be able to make a unicorn. For example, right? And want spicy lava fox to be my friend? Actually, that is a pre-order thing. What is the pre-order one now? But the pyrofox is actually pre-order mount. And I think I got the fox actually, so I will be able to display that. But they have like rotation in their packages, so right now they have the expeditionary pre-order pack, so that means you get you get the spud. you get the spud. Hold on. Let me pull this over. You get the spud. This is awesome. You then get a boat here, right? Like a skiff sort of thing. Oh, but I need that too. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to purchase this through a cosmetic store of some sort. Also, Engel, welcome to the stream, friend. By the way, this is the most expensive package I think they have. This is the Voyager Plus pre-order pack. That means you'll be able to get access to the Alpha 2 test phase that is right around the corner. You'll be able to get access to Beta 1 and 2. And 9 months of game time added when the game launches, plus $125 worth of embers, which is what we know as gems, right? So it's going to be the in-game marketplace credits, no pay to win. It's going to be a lot of cosmetic skins added that you can't just buy, right? That's a lot of monies. It is a lot of monies, but you're paying to get access to the alpha test phase. I know this is like a weird, also hot topic, right? That you're actually paying to be a tester. I get that. I'm one of the people who I think have this package when it was like 125. I'm pretty sure this was 120. No, you still get Alpha 2. Maybe it's this one. I think I paid 125 for this. You get Beta 1 and 2 access. 4 months of game time, $50 in embers. Already got these added to my account. And some cosmetics. I think I got even more cosmetics for mine. I'm pretty sure. Let me actually... Hold on. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see the cosmetics I have. Account and dashboards. I see there's already someone who has used my I have a referral code down my panels. If you guys are thinking, ooh, this is a game I want to pre-order. I know the game is pretty steep. The price is pretty steep. But being able to get access to this game like very early is pretty cool. So you can hint, you can use my referral code. It's in my panels right below, right? One already did that. That's pretty awesome. Let me see. I got the what was it? Inventory. Virgil. What is this? Wiki. Go in here and do this instead. No, I got this one. Oh, this is cute as well, right? This is also going to be a mount, guys. Pretty cute. But yeah, I let me just finish this animal thing here. Where was I? Again, you'll be able to make pets and mounts, right? You'll be able to again unlock broader crossbreeding the further up in the mastery you get. So you'll be able to create even more like amazing creatures out of this. They need to be raised and trained for its purpose, right? So you need to train this thing to be able to get the maximum out of this. If you want something fast, you need to train it to be fast. It's not gonna happen like just from breeding. You need to train from offspring to adult. So there's going to be like a phase of when is this animal going to be adult, right? Its abilities will be determined by a combination of all of the above I just mentioned, with genetics, speed, where they're from, and including a mastery rank. There's also, they mentioned there's going to be a tiny wee bit of RNG involved. Of course there is, right? So there's going to be aquatic creatures that you can breed as well. That's pretty awesome. And you can specialize in the different types of training. So for example, if you can, as I mentioned before, you can specialize in having the fastest horses. That is your specialty. You don't need to have the most combat ready horses. Screw the strongest horses. I only make the fastest ones. And then you will be able to have a shop where you can say, oh, I'm taking payment for others to come and breed with my horses to get the fastest horse trade line into their mastery the animal. Hello, something. Yeah, very, very, very exciting. And this is something I want to test in Alpha 2 as well. So I'm pretty sure I'll be checking some streams out for this. It's going to be amazing. I think that was actually it. I think this was my Ashes of Creation March update talk. Been talking for an hour and 15 minutes, peeps. And these are not Pocket Raptor, Void Pocket Raptors, by the way, Annie. These are like friendly, actually. But the Pyre, I'm pretty sure the Pyre thingy was a pre-order thing. Pre-order packs. Let me just check. Yeah, the Cinderhorn steer. Let me see. Is there a list of these? But it says here also that all of these will be able to be purchased through the cosmetic store, which is what we know as the gem store. So yeah, you'll be able to purchase these anyway, but of course they're gonna cost embers. But I'm still in love with this terrapin, this turtle mount here. You'll be able to, with the video I showed earlier, you'll be able to see different seasons within the on the turtle. So when the summer season is on, there will be flowers on it. Winter season, there'll be like a small snowfall. And no flowers, of course. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty hyped about this game, and it's only in alpha, almost 2, right? So, but yeah, guys, girls, thank you so much for at least watching this part of the stream. What's going to happen now is I'm going to take a quick break, because otherwise my voice will be shatters in maybe 10 minutes. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, so that is the best indicator that you guys will be watching my Be Right Back video. It's going to be feature Guild Wars 2, so if you're here for Ashes, please stick around. Please stick around. I'm going to show you guys what it is to be a Guild Wars 2 player. I usually play competitive Guild Wars 2, so that is World v World and PvP. World v World can probably best be described as what Ashes is going to be. However, Ashes is going to be open world, World v World all the time. This is going to be amazing, right? There's going to be, in the open world, there's going to be raids towards cities with 50 versus 50, or probably 100 versus 100. I can only imagine how awesome that will be. Anyways, I'm going to show you some PvP in Guild Wars 2. Again, I'm a competitive gamer, so I try to strive to be... I will also be competitive in Ashes. Hopefully they will add something like structure PvP, where we will have like arenas. I don't care about... They talked about this in the March update as well. They have a Q&A at the end of the stream. If there will be a PvP where there will be like special high tier loot tables and stuff. I don't really care about the loot. I care about the competition. I care about the. Of course, I want some sort of loot, but what they've done in Guild Wars 2 is actually they've made reward tracks. So that means you subscribe to a track of rewards that you will get by playing the game. You don't get loot for killing other people. That would be weird. But that's because it's structured, right? I think that's the most elegant way of doing PvP is actually making it structured and making it normalized. That means that every you can be a level 2 straight new, basically spanking new account straight into the game. Or you can have 9,000 hours and legendary armor and gear, and you will be able to access the same stuff. There will be no difference between you two. Everything is normalized. Everything is like a level 2 with a wooden sword. It's the same as a level 80 with a legendary sword, basically. There's no difference other than your skill level. Also, this is a pretty cool map, right? In Alpha 2, they're going to be showcasing much more Riverlands. In Alpha 1, we had something where, like, if you go further down the map, there was like very wooden areas. Of course, you had access to beaches and stuff, but Riverlands is going to be. And this is where I think concept art, right? Everything's going to be much open and how to say this, cracked and stuff like that. Into there's going to be a lot of rivers, of course, Riverlands, right? Also, there's going to be a lot of these lands are going to be a lot like prime for your how to say this, your it's going to be good for feeding your animals if you have animal husbandry, right? So. That's good, but kind of brutal too, like all skill based. True, but that's how you kind of learn the game, right? I mean, there's like a learning curve to everything, and Guild Wars 2 doesn't really hold your hand PvP wise, which is probably scaring a lot of people away from it. But yeah. Anyways, enough for me talking. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who don't want to stay, it's perfectly fine. Those of I please give it 10 minutes of at least one match of PvP. Then you can swap over something else. You can also just leave a lurk. All lurkers are welcome in the stream. I will take a small break just to get something to drink, so my voice doesn't get like thrown in the trash and I can't speak tomorrow. This was nice. Thank you, Auntie. I was actually a little bit nervous. My hands were like cold and stuff before the stream, thinking, oh shit, what if I forget everything I want to say? So I actually had like I'm using something called Obsidian that Chera showed me. How do I show this to you guys? I had like a lot of notes. Let me pop this over here and boom. Delete. Oh, delete this one, please. No, I don't want to rename it. I want to delete it. Let me pop it over to second monitor. So this is Obsidian. This is synced with my GitHub repository. So all this is actually put into a secret repository, and every time I write something, now it says no change to commit. If I write hey and no wait underscore and TTI, right? Leave it for a second, it will say saved and uploaded, so it actually syncs. Right? Hello? It usually does this. Anyways, our cheat notes. But yeah, I'll wait, hello? Ashes talks, there you go. I will be right back. Small break, then we do Guild Wars 2 PvP, and yeah, thanks so much for joining me for Ashes. We'll do this monthly, because they have monthly development updates. So the talks will probably be a little bit, like 20 minutes less, maybe. Probably, maybe I can squeeze an hour out of their 2 hours of streams. But yeah, we'll do this monthly, just to create some hype and to get into the Ashes category as well. Get some new friends, maybe get some of our old friends into the Ashes category as well. So, yes, muting music. Be right back. Thank you for watching Ashes.